And welcome to How Hard Can It Be? Yes, we're back again. And I'm Phil Murphy. That's a 27-foot Nauticus. He is called John.
Yo!
We have an array of things to show you. And we have an empty boat. And that is going to be a rather interesting episode. And what episode number is it? I'll tell you what it is. It's a very iconic number actually to him and I, and it's 44. And who's 44 in our world?
Lewis
Hamilton. Yes. We do like a bit of Formula One. We really do.
It's hammer time.
It's hammer time. And oh no, we can't use hammer with this. We can use some cutters, but we can't show you that because we still have to say those mortal words. Play the music, John.
Well done.
And so, yes, now that the mucus has been played. We don't want mucus. Now that the music has been played, we shall get on with this episode. But it also has a driving influence, because I hope that we do have a coffee break this time around, because I've got some interesting stories that I'd like to tell you. Oh, yes. He won't, but I will. Anyway, we are going to get on with this. And what have we got to show you? Well, as you can quite clearly see, we have some pipe work. Now, I have never ever done any plumbing at all in my life. Have you?
I have actually, yes.
Have you? Have you done push fit?
No.
Right.
Old school.
Oh, you've done old school?
Yes.
Marvellous. I don't think old school's going to come into this.
No, that stuff isn't.
No. Right. So you've done the copper stuff?
Yes, I did.
Right. Anyway, well, we're not doing that. We're using this. And this is 12 mil. Now, I've done a bit of research because I've had to. And I went on a website that does van conversions and things like that. You'll know the type of things. And they all seem to use a common thing, which is what I hope I have got. And that is 12 mil piping for the cold water, because it's blue. And we got some red, because I hope at some point we will be putting some hot water in. I don't know where yet, but we are going to put some hot water in. I just don't know yet where we're going to put it. Anyway, we've got all the attachments. We've got some of the push fits here. I've learnt how to do those only last night because I didn't know how to do it. And we've got some clips, and we've got all sorts of things. We've got a tap.
Push.
Yes, very nice motion, actually. And we've got this. Now, I knew what one of these items were.
I'm zooming in.
Are you zooming in? Go on then. I knew what one of these items were, but I didn't know what the other one was. But I found that out too. So there's your pump, of course. And that is your expansion vessel. So that takes the pressure, so it doesn't build up in the system too much and, I don't know, blow something up.
Expand.
Well, blow up. We don't want any of that, do we?
No blowing off on that boat.
Not a blow in sight. So there you go, that's what we've got. And do you like the panel it's on as well? I thought that was quite nifty, although I'm thinking, where the hell am I going to put it?
In a little cupboard somewhere.
Yes, unfortunately for us, this can be higher than the water tank itself, which is going to work in our new kitchen that we may or may not have to make. So, we've got that item there. What have we got? Yes, we've got chrome, because we want a bit of chrome now that we've got a chrome tap. We need all the stuff underneath the sink, needs to be chrome as well. And we need a sink, don't we? Yes, we do. Well, until yesterday we didn't have one, but today we have. And I have not seen this. I've not even opened it because it came late on, and because I had rather a hectic weekend.
How old were you?
Shush. Shush. You can work it out yourself. I was born in 64. I'm not saying any more of that. Oh. Well, I like it. Oh my God. What do you think of that, Jay?
Fantastic.
That is a nice little sink. And you know where that's going because I preached on about it.
Yeah.
You know exactly where that's going. So maybe in this episode, that could be fitted. What do you think?
How heavy is it?
Oh my God, it's heavy. The boat's going to be listing to one side.
Oh no.
It's a proper pot job. But anyway, there we go. That's what that is. I'm hoping that's not too big. It doesn't look too big from here. But I have measured it and I think it's going to be okay.
Good.
And we've got that hidden water pipe, the waste pipe. Don't forget that. You remember that, don't you? Right. So, I'll leave that there for a minute because I might drop it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go on to the boat and we're going to see and scratch our heads in a very professional way and see where we're going to start. So, let's go. Yes.
All aboard.
All aboard. Right, welcome aboard, and here we are at the front end of the boat.
Pointy end.
The pointy end, yes. Yes, indeed. Right, so this is the tank area, and this, I've taken the liberty of taking that off. I thought it'd be a lot harder than it was, but it's a right manky piece of wood. And it was well due for taking off, so it has been removed. That gives us plenty of access to the tank, because originally this piece that decided to fall off, and I think it goes round. Well, it goes on there anyway. There was meant to be a mark on it, but I can't see it now.
Other side.
Did you put it on the...
No, it's there.
Oh, that one. There we go. So, there we go. So, obviously somebody has cut that, which I think, and I think you're in agreement, aren't you, that we should put that back.
Yes.
So, that's going to be put back into place because it doesn't need to be that big, that's for sure. So that's going to get put back into place and we will find a new form of seal to go where that is. That is the tank. It's not as big as I thought it was. I thought the tank would be really deep and quite, but it's not. And I think it's probably okay and ideal for washing the dishes and supplying some water to the toilet. Actually, yeah, that's the point. I bet the toilet uses quite a bit of that. Anyway, we're going to use it. That's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to, it's quite good inside, the condition's good by the look of it. We don't of course know whether there's any leaks because it's never been full of water while we've been in possession of this boat. So we're not going to put a bladder in it, which is what they're called. We're going to use the existing area because this was designed originally when it was new for a water tank, so that's good to go. And the exit of this tank is down here. And looking at certain parts of this area, it appears that it's okay, but there again we don't actually know. So we're going to maybe have to test it out. But we are going to start the pipe work from this area here, and we're going to take it down that side of the boat, because the kitchen is going to be where John is and the camera is at the moment. It's going to be further down there, and then we're going to take a side link off to where the bathroom is underneath the floor, and then we can provide water over there. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Yes. So I don't know whether, I haven't got my phone, I can't show you a shot. You can maybe, if you pass me your have you got your phone? No.
No, I don't.
Oh, I'll shine that. That's okay. If I shine that here, you might not have to look too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we've got there. And looking at that, that looks fairly new. So it could be that that is a watertight thing. So we're going to start our pipe work for somewhere around there. Okay? Right, you could take that.
Thank you.
Also, you won't have actually seen what's behind you, and that is the doors are now finished to the point where they've been stained. We haven't got handles on them and things like that, but the doors have been stained, so I don't know whether you want to pan around and just show them that before we crack on with this particular episode, but they blend very nicely.
Just let me do a little bit of
Manoeuvring.
dancing around.
There we go. What do you think of the colour's nice, isn't it?
Really good.
I'll show you the colour. There we go. And of course we're going to be working in here. If we do well, we can get this sinking in that corner.
Yep.
So yes, so the colour is good. All we've got to do is put some more magnetics up there, and we've got to decide on what type of handles we're going to do there. And then of course we're over on this side of the boat. You can see there's a ply there. I've got to get some ply, John. Remind me tonight. I need to get at least 6 pieces, small 4x2s, 9 mils along there and there, so then they're all done, ready. So, right, I think it's time to do a bit of threading some pipe work where we think it's going to go. Yeah?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. I'll go and get the pipe work. Right, so first line of attack is a good idea by John, by the way. I won't take credit for this, and that is to tape that to the old existing one, because we didn't take any of the pipe work out whatsoever, which is a good thing because we can use the existing area where this old pipe goes through that side where John stood, and hopefully this will send it all the way through to where we want it to be. So I'm going to just tape this together, and hopefully this blue tape will work. Should have had a roll of it really, but I'm trying to use it up. Use the balance up, I think. I'm hoping it's not through any small holes, otherwise it would tend to be stuck. That holds. Do you want to be the puller through, eh?
Oh, I'm pulling.
Pull.
Checking it here, boss.
Right. Can you see it?
Right.
Off you jolly well go. That's
Okay.
it. Right. It seems to be quite wide down there, doesn't it? So it's obviously
Oh, we have success.
marvellous. Well done.
Pulling here.
Right, so you can carry on because we want all the access at your end anyway, don't we? Because
Yes.
it's got to go all the way.
Yeah. There we go. I'll leave it there. Give it
Yeah.
something to play with.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that. Marvellous. Well, if everything else just goes as smooth as that, we'll be pretty happy, won't we?
That was really easy.
Yeah, yeah. I've a funny feeling getting from there to that toilet's not going to be that easy, but we're going to give it a go. We've got to do a bit of cutting actually.
Oh, with a new cutting tool.
With my new
PVC cutting pipe tool thing.
Yes. Well, we don't want any leaks, do we?
No leaks on this boat.
No, unless there's one in the toilet, and that's fine, isn't it? Because you can press a button. Right, well, you're probably wondering, not that you may have not seen it yet, we've got some, what is it called? Cotswolds chippings, and we've got builder's sand. And you think, what's he got that for? And let me tell you, we've got more in there as well. Yes. So clearly, this boat required ballast, didn't it? Yes, it did. And I have a funny feeling we're going to need more than that, because there's that much heavyweight going at that end. We're going to need a bit of heavyweight going at this end. And before you say, yes, I know I'll be sleeping over here. Yes, I know I'll be sleeping over here. But when we're both at that end, we don't want to be going down the water like that, do we? Yes, no, we don't. So, yes, we've got some builder's sand for the ballast, which would have been rather nice to put your bedding and everything in it, which is, I'm sure, what it was for. But maybe the water might help us too. But that's for another series. But I thought I'd tell you about that, because you're obviously going to spot it and you're going to think, what the devil's that for? No, we're not putting a patio in, by the way. We're not. So, yes. So, let's crack on. We don't need to put the red in yet, because that's immaterial at this stage. We just need to plough on with getting that blue across to the blue, across to the loo. Come on. Right then. So, we've managed to thread the pipe through, as you already know with the first one. But what we did is we threw a second one through, which now leads underneath the floor, and it pops out over here to the toilet. And
the day head.
Yes. I suppose at some point, you know, we're going to have to start using these proper words.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to write them all down and stop using the pointy bit and the back-endy bit.
A vast behind.
Is that German?
No.
Vast behind?
Yeah.
All right. So, I think that just goes in there like so, and I have to push it hard, and then I have to use this clip to clip it on, or use that as a security, and then it won't come off. That's the theory anyway, because I don't think I need one of these to go on there, because it wouldn't fit. So I'm just going to clip this on, and I'm assuming that is the right width. Looks the right. Oh yeah, it says 12 on it. Well, it's a 12mm pipe going in a 12mm hole. That's it.
A giveaway.
Now, I think there is a little thingamajig that goes like so. I think that's it. Well, should I try and pull it out?
I don't think you will.
No, I can't. Right, look at that, John. I'm assuming that will bend a bit further. That's all right, because I don't want it to interfere with the door. Right, so, oh, we've got these. I tell you what, we've got these connectors to go as well. We've got wireage to put in. Did you know that?
Don't start the royal we again.
Yes, we've got wires to put in and everything. So we might even have to use that hole as well. Right, but that's for another episode. Let's worry about that after. Right, so I think I'm probably going to be short of the blue pipe, which is great. I thought I had more, but I haven't. So the idea is that I'm going to put a motherboard up there to put the pump, and all the pipe work and all the junctions of the pipe work, because we still need another one to go to the sink, is going to go on that side of the kitchen cupboard, because I want everything where you can get it at it. I don't want any connectors underneath, so we're bothered about water and stuff. I want to be able to see them and act on them accordingly. Yes? So we've got the first one in. Yippee. We'll have to connect that up somehow, but I'm going to leave that for now. I might get Shane to come down and have a look and make sure that that's right, because that needs to be right. So, what's the next job? That was easy.
Wasn't that easy?
Well, it was easy for me because I was watching you threading that pipe through there. So it was easy, really. Right, okay, so come on, you tell me. I'm at a loss to know what to do now.
Right, well, you need to take some measurements for the motherboard that's going to be fitted in there.
Right, okay, thank you. Right, my friends, so we're back down here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to use some 12mm ply, which I've already prepped last night. I've put some Danish oil on it, just to make it, I've sanded it and made it nice. So this is going to be the board where everything gets, well, I'm saying everything, most of what we want mechanically is going to be placed here. So I'm going to screw this into place, because I know that the struts that you've not seen yet are around this area here, and one is there, and then this whole thing then can be screwed to the 2 pieces of wood that I placed on the side of the hull last night, and fiberglass them into place, because guess what, I don't want them falling off. So I shall just screw this into place. It can be anywhere. I've decided it's not going to be, it's going to be lower on this board than higher on the board, because the kitchen unit that I think we're probably going to build ourselves is going to be interfering. And don't forget, we've also got the dip of the sink.
Basin, wash basin.
Yes, so we've got to make sure that this is not too high. So I'm going to put this quite low.
Forward thinking?
Yes. And I think that will do us. I'm going to have it off centre as well, because the pipe work, we can sort of integrate the pipe work to come up here and then into there and then out of there, and it can wander off to wherever we want it to go. So this is about roughly, it doesn't have to be totally accurate, but I think that position, from what I know, is going to be fine. You can see that's perfect. Right, so we can't connect everything up this time, because we're still waiting for some non-return valves to arrive, because I didn't realise that that's what we needed. But it's like I say, you know, this is the first time we've ever done something like this, and you only get to know piecemeal what you actually need. So we need some non-return valves. We also need some 20mm screw fit onto there, and then what's that called?
12mm push fit.
12mm push fit, inclusive of the 20mm screw head on there. So then we can clip into that, and then obviously we want it to go out that way as well. So there's quite a few bits and bats that we need to get to actually complete the actual fix, but that's not going to stop us from doing the first fix.
I mean, how hard can it be?
Well, let's hope it's not that hard for us. So yes, we need to get this pipe work in, and we could get the sink on as well. So I'll meet you up there. Let's go up there. Right, welcome aboard. Now, this is where this board is going to fit, and obviously you can see that I have fiberglassed in place. Looks a bit ugly, I know, but I've used some fiberglass that it's already fiberglass, and then you just put some hardener in it and you just use it. I used to use it in the auto, and it's cheaper as well. And it's ideal for this job. So they are well and truly fixed, because we know what happens if you just use some other type of glue. The ceiling falls down. Well, we won't want this to fall down, do we? No. So they are permanently fixed. So now that is going to get put there, and I think the best way of doing that is to screw it into one side, and then I can then get the spirit level, and I can then level it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't do myself a mischief with my rubbish leg.
Spirit level.
Thank you very much. Fortunately, I can actually hold that in place, because there's a gap behind. So it's going to be about there. I can let that drop down. Attach that to that, like so. And put that on there. Lift that up. That on there, and that. So I'll put another 4 in. I think that will be fine. So then you can see where the kitchen's going to go here, and the sink's going to drop down. So I think I've got plenty of room there. The pipes are going to come up. I think I'm going to make the pipes come up sort of round here, so then they can be elbowed into here, and then around here, and then we're going to feed them. But you'll see that in a minute. So I'll plonk some more screws into there, and then we'll get on with the next phase. See you shortly. Right, so we've done a little bit of work, and I shall just give you an idea on where we are up to. So as you can see, we've got the main feed that, although looks like it's connected, it isn't, because I'm still minus apart. I need a screw on section to go onto this pump here, and I need it to be a reducer to a 12mm pipe. So I am going to order one of those tonight, and of course I will need the same on this side too. So we can't totally fix things up at the moment, but that idea is pretty much it actually. And then what we've done is we've sent a feed behind me on this side of the bulkhead, because I have made provisions on this side for the pipe to go into the boat on that side. And as you will remember, if you've watched all the videos, is the section that is leaning up against there, that slots in and unscrews. There is a pipe behind there which is a waste pipe. I'm going to order the waste pipe tonight, because I'm going to measure the hole for it. So we've got plenty of access, so it's not that difficult to sort that out. So tomorrow I'm going to put the sink in there. And of course, as you will know, earlier on in this episode, the first thing we did is we put in the toilet feed, which goes underneath here and then goes to the back of that there. So you can see that. So that is where we are up to at this moment in time. So tomorrow, as we have now run out of time really, we will be back and we will be on with the next phase of plumbing this in. So until then, you have a good evening.
Shall we go to the pub?
Very nice too. Yes. And that's what we're going to do. So there we go. So I will see you in the morning, I hope, and it's bye for now. Right, so I've put some brackets on here, as you can see, because this is going to hold the majority of the weight. In fact, 99% of the weight is going to be held by these brackets. Now, there was a little bit of difficulty with these, because obviously if I screwed too high, I'd end up going through the side of the boat, because there's not much gap between there and the other side of the boat, because it sort of contours in. So those two fortunately hold that well into this piece that's underneath here, and same with that. So I decided that obviously with this sink you can also bolt as well, but the holes actually are not really in the ideal place when it comes to this side, hence the reason why you see 2 brackets on this side and only 1 bracket on this side, because I will use the hole that actually holds the sink in place through this section here, so then I know it's permanently in. I mean, I'm going to offer it up now, and I can assure you, I know you can't tell, but it is pretty rigid, so it gives you an idea. Obviously the panel's out of the way, We can't fully fix it because we're still waiting for the waste pipes to come and a couple of other brackets, etc. to arrive too. But aesthetically, you'll see the idea of how it looks when John's passing it now. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So the idea is that will go like that. There. Looks all right, doesn't it?
Looks very good.
It doesn't look too... I mean, it looks high because we're lower. But when you stood there,
yes,
it looks aesthetically right, which I've got to bear that in mind when we build the kitchen. We don't want to keep it the standard height because we're on the lower section like this.
Of course.
Yeah. So, there we go. So, obviously the tap can go nicely there. And we're going to have some chrome work coming out of here that'll go... Oops. That'll go into there and then go down and through into there. And the panel is over there. So that's... You can see that the blue water pipe is there as well.
The feed, yep.
The feed that'll go into there, and I suppose we'll have to thread the hot through to there as well, which we can do, can't we?
Yep. Do you want to give me that?
Yeah, I'm just having a look. Oh no, it's because that bracket's not quite touching there. So you can see, not quite touching. I can knock it up a bit, but that's not coming off the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. So there we go. That's what that's going to look like. I think what we'll do now is we'll have a coffee and we'll wind this episode up, because I reckon, well, you've checked, haven't you, that we're up to around 30 odd minutes at this moment in time. So indeed. I think it can go on for too long, and because we haven't got the other bits and bats, you know, it makes sense that when I do get them, we can then start another episode, albeit being a plumbing episode. So I will see you down there. Why have you got red knees?
Because I've been kneeling. I've always got red. I've got red everything.
You've got very knobbly knees, haven't you?
You realise the camera is switched on?
He's got knobbly knees. Well, do you know what?
You can't make personal comments like that.
Do you know what? At least your bloody knees work. I'm having to have a strap on them. Look, there's a strap.
Okay, you're leading me down a path you don't want me to go.
Because I've got
He
no
doesn't even know what he said.
I've got no ligaments in that knee.
Right, okay.
Nothing. It does all this. It does this. That's done for ages. Anyway, enough about my knee. I can't kneel, you see. I can't kneel on my haunches at all. I've always got to have one leg out. Which is damned awkward on a boat. You've got to be pretty nimble on a boat, and I'm not nimble, let me tell you. Blimey. It's difficult getting out of bed in the morning, especially getting to my age. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yes, I know what I was going to say. I know it's going to be quite boring for you guys, but we haven't done a coffee chat, and I do like them. And because it's our channel, we like doing it. Well, I like it more than he does, so I'm going to continue this anyway.
Waffling?
Yeah, waffling, because it's a coffee chat.
You're having a waffle?
Yeah, I am. No, I don't like waffles. What was I going to say? Yes, I know what I was going to say. So yeah, it's episode 44, and we like Lewis Hamilton, or we like the number 44 because we followed Lewis for quite a number of years. In fact, we actually had the liberty of going to see him at
Catalonia.
Yeah, we went to Catalonia.
Circuit de Catalonia.
Yes, yeah, and we had a week's holiday, and we were all we got to Catalonia. And we were there, and we had his big lens and everything and stuff, which I'll go into in a minute. And the race set off, and any F1 people will know it was Verstappen's first win. And,
which was 2017.
2017.
In Barcelona.
Yes, yeah. And the first bend, Lewis Hamilton and
Nico Rosberg.
collided.
No, they didn't. Rosberg took him out.
Well, they collided.
I'm telling you,
White.
Rosberg took him out on the corner.
Yeah, White.
Third corner.
Yeah, well, we won't lay blame just in case there's a bit of water in
I
Germany.
I don't care. I'm telling you, if you're from that neck of the woods, your boy took our boy out.
Yes, yes. Well, anyway, first, we were that disgusted, we just said, right, that's it. And we walked out, didn't we?
Yeah, we simultaneously, Rosberg had just taken Hamilton out, we simultaneously looked at each other and said, shall we fuck off?
Yeah.
And we did.
Yeah.
Spent the rest of the race walking back to the what was it? It was coach, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I have to say, you know, watching it on television is far better. So, there's a link with this episode 44, as I keep preaching. Now, what's that got to do? And it's a bit of a fun fact. And basically, the fun fact is that John obviously used to work, or you may not know, or this might be your first time watching this particular channel. John used to work for the newspapers, and he worked for the dailies.
It was the Sundays and not the dailies.
Was it? Sundays and not the dailies then. Well, anyway. So he's done a lot of work right around the world and stuff like that. Anyway, what does he do? He gets a gig, doesn't he? And he gets a gig doing Formula 1. Yes, at Silverstone. But not just any old gig. No, he gets the badge. And it's not just the badge to get in, it's the badge to get you everywhere. And I mean everywhere. So I'm watching Silverstone like I do.
He's green.
And shut up. Anyway, I'm watching television as I do, like this, and I see this curly-haired, smug person going past Sky Sports, Sky F1 channel, and I'm watching it, and I thought, there he is, the smugness on his face, and he's just going, walking past the camera like that, with his little vest on and his little badge and his bloody great lens, and he's waltzing around, just waltzing around in between the cars, something that I desperately have always wanted to do, and he just like swanning in and out.
That is the first wasp of the year.
It is, and I don't like wasps, I hate wasps.
It's gone now.
I had to put up with that every time, every year, once a year, for how many years did you do it?
12 years or something.
Yeah, 12 years of smugness.
More.
Yeah, and you know, he was like blasé with it. He's saying, oh, yeah, I can't, we can't do a barbecue this weekend. I'm at Silverstone. I'm at Silverstone. Yeah, that's him. Smugness of him. And you know what else he did? Oh, I'll tell you, the good side of it, I'm going to tell you about the good side of it right now. If you're an F1er, do you remember the first time that Lewis Hamilton crowd surfed? Now, if you do, at Silverstone, there might be some Brits here that remember that time. You will see one photograph in particular, just the one. And do you know why there was just one at that particular time? Especially with Lewis staring straight down the lens of the camera, was because there was only one photographer in the right place at the right time. All the photographers were at the other side, and he knew that Lewis, if he won, would get out of his car, jump the barriers and go straight over to the crowd. And this time around he snuck off and found a spot and followed him, and then obviously got into position, and Lewis climbed the barrier and then crowd surfed all the way, and then looked back, and he was there and took one of the most iconic pictures of that particular time. So that's his claim to fame in my book. He's done a lot more than that, but he doesn't want me to go into that. But
2016 then.
yeah. So all the papers had that particular picture in the paper. Did they not? Anywhere, all the way around the world, that?
They did.
Yeah.
Am I
allowed to say we've got copies?
You can say whatever you want now, bug them.
Yeah,
And
we've got.
I'm going to put it. I'll put a copy in the link.
Oh, can you? Can you do a shot
Yeah.
just to show that you actually did that picture?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, yes. So that's. I
That
think
will
that's
cap off episode
episode
44.
44. Yeah. Could you
It's
do
like-
a? Could you
it's
do
like
a?
we planned it.
Instead of our music at the beginning, could you go?
Where do we get one of those?
I'll do it for you. I've just done an F1 car.
Really?
Or in the 80s. That was a V10. Sounded like a cat, didn't it?
Yeah, it's just been strangled. Yes.
Yeah, alright. Anyway, I just thought,
funny.
because it was 44, I just thought, yeah, because that number means a lot to us, doesn't it?
It does. You didn't watch the last race, did you?
No, I haven't yet, but I do know I can get it, so. Alright. I haven't had time, I'm that knackered after coming here.
You honestly need to watch the last one.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to Matters Nautical. You have never attempted plumbing before,
Yes.
and this week.
Yeah. Can I give this? I'll give a marks out of a 10 for this episode. I might do that every episode actually, for me enjoying the episode that I've done, and I would give this about.
Oh, so here we go. We're going to rename this from How Hard Can It Be to Rate My Channel.
Rate my channel. You're thinking of that guy doing
I
that.
know.
He's obsessed with that channel.
Danny.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Big D.
Big D. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, what we've actually done is work that you thought we were going to have to get a professional plumber into,
Yeah.
and we haven't.
No.
We've done it.
Well, we've started it, and I think we haven't tested it. Oh, we have tested the sink, screwing it together, haven't we?
Yeah.
See if there's a leak coming out. Yeah, we've tested that bit. Anyway, yeah. So let's see what it finishes like. Next episode, we're obviously going to continue doing the plumbing because we just got to wait for a few more bits, and that I think that's part of the problem is the fact that I've not sat down and. Because I don't know plumbing at all, I've not sat down and said, well, I need this, I need that, I need this regulator, I need a one-way of this, and all that palaver. As I've gone along and thought, oh God, I haven't got that, oh, I haven't got that, and I think there's going to be a few more parts before I'm completely finished on that score. And I do really need to test it once it's all up and in. I need to test it because what if I get it all done?
Before any of that, we need to wash out the tank somehow. Or you need to wash out the tank.
Well, we're connected up to a pipe, so. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not overly bad in there, but I will wash it out. Anyway, I think that's enough waffle for today. I think we should let these good people go and watch something else, and we'll no doubt see you in the next episode. So we'll go through the formalities. Please, would you like, and please, would you subscribe if you haven't?
You know what they're going to do, don't you?
What?
They're all going to go and watch the 2017 Barcelona Grand Prix to see Rosberg knocking out the good old Brit.
Well, they might do, but they might not.
And if not, they could send us some pictures of their boats to
Go on.
Nauticus27foot at mail.com.
Marvellous. Okay. Well, I think I've waffled enough, so I think we should call it
Waffled.
waffled. Yes. I think we should call it a day and end the episode there. So I'll just go through the formalities if you don't mind. And that is, thank you very much for watching. Please like, it does help. Use that little tick box and press that little bell as well, because that will let you know, and it does help us according to the analytics and all that palaver. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and send your boat pictures in as well. That will help too, because I do like to see the boat pictures.
You said it.
Yeah, is that okay? Oh, and one more thing before we disappear. You are going to put the picture of Lewis Hamilton Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it.
Thank you.
Just for you.
Just to prove that you actually did do that picture.
All right, all right.
Yeah. Marvellous.
44 in the bag. Thank you very much.
Yes. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and bye for now.